on, guys? This is Colin with Worthy Brand Consulting. I just want to make a really quick video. Got nothing to sell you, just want to make it as valuable as I can. Um, Essentially, want to talk about tracking and tracking the numbers that actually mean something to you in your business. So I know for a lot of us in business, we have so many metrics we're looking at, right? It can kind of be overwhelming and so many things we're tracking, but the reality is with business, it's sort of 80-20, right? Like there's only a few things that really move the needle in your business. And in my opinion, those tend to be the numbers that you should focus on the most, right? Like Peter Drucker, which was like, he's like the management guru, right? He talked about, and I'm probably going to butcher it, so bear with me, but he talked about the things that you can manage, you can grow, right? So if there's things in your business that are unmanageable, you don't really know the metrics on it, it's going to be hard to grow that thing if you don't really know the numbers on it. So if you can manage the numbers and you can track the numbers, it makes it really easy to grow the numbers, right? So let's talk about for your business. Well, for most of you, you're probably either a coach, an online coach, a consultant, or even maybe a brick and mortar business owner, right? Or you sell digital courses, whatever you do, or you run an e-commerce store. So there's quite a few things you could do. But for most of you, your business revolves around like, I just need more leads and more customers, right? It's kind of like, it's sort of a no-brainer, right? For your business to operate, you need more revenue. So, okay, backtrack. So how do you get more leads and get more customers, right? Well, for most of you, you're going to be doing some sort of advertising, whether it's paid advertising, organic advertising, joint ventures, whatever. And so my suggestion is to track that stuff, right? So, and you can track by platform. So let me kind of give you something tangible and something that we actually do in our own business. So I'm going to pull up our organic outreach tracking platform. So one of the things we do in our business is we actually will reach out to folks on all the platforms that everyone's already using, right? This is what you'd consider like free advertising, organic marketing, right? It just costs labor, and we have really great virtual assistants that we love. In fact, right here in Slack, I was just talking to one of our VAs about how her 1-year anniversary working with us is coming up in about a month from now. So anyway, that's kind of a side note there. But so here's what's important to us on a daily basis. That we just want to know, hey, how many leads came in? And what platforms did those leads come in, right? So that way we can figure out like what platforms are worth our time, which ones are not. And it's really basic, right? You could see just a spreadsheet. I want to caveat by saying I'm not a spreadsheet guru. I'm not a spreadsheet wizard. I would do this on a yellow legal pad if I could, but since our virtual assistants are virtual, we need a place where we can see it. So spreadsheet it is. You could tell we got real fancy over here with the blue, the blue column. So anywho, I just want to let you know this stuff's simple. If you're anything like me, I just want to keep things really, really basic. I just want to have my thumb on the pulse, or my thumb on the pulse of the business. I want to see what's working, what's not working. I just want to make really accurate decisions without having to think too hard, right? So for us, this is just an example. We have tracking sheets for our paid advertising and stuff like that as well. But for the sake of this video, I just want to keep it simple. So you'll notice we use LinkedIn. We use just LinkedIn and Instagram at this point. We've done lots of cold emailing. So if any of you are in the business-to-business space, cold emailing, cold calling are tactics on how to drum up new business. We did quite a bit of that, and it worked well. But we found for us, LinkedIn and Instagram at this point in time in history is working well. In a year from now, there could be other platforms that we decide to use. But again, don't get married to the platform. Just look at the data, right? So anyway, you'll see our spreadsheet here, and all our virtual assistant does, maybe it's you or maybe it's an employee that does it. Again, we send out cold messages, but for the sake of this video, it could be something completely different, right? It could be your paid ads, right? So we just track, hey, how many messages were sent? This is on LinkedIn, and then how many people responded back positively. We call it a PR, okay? Positive reply. So we consider these folks leads, right? These are folks that are interested in what we have to offer, right? Same thing, LinkedIn again. Then we have Instagram, how many messages were sent, how many PRs, and so on and so forth. And then at the end of the month, we just say, hey, how many messages were sent total, right? How many total positive responses? And then we go from there. So really, really simple. So I just want to let you No, hopefully this adds a little bit of value to you that in your business, just sit down, right? Spend a little bit of time and just think, hey, what are the key things that if I just track that stuff and I pay attention to it, everything else will kind of take care of itself, right? If I just focus on these few numbers, which maybe for you, it's how many leads came in on Facebook, right? How many booked calls, right? Maybe that's literally your one metric if you just only focused on how many booked calls came in, like your business is going to grow. And of course, yes, after lots of growth, you're going to have to work on some stuff, right? It's inevitable. But I think for a lot of you, if you just did that, if you created a role basic spreadsheet, and it could be a 2-column spreadsheet, which is like booked calls or new leads, one column, booked calls, second column. And then if you want to get fancy and say, hey, what's the percentage of leads that booked a call, you can do that. And then day to day, just check it and be like, hey, did we get a lot of booked calls? Did we get no booked calls? And then you'll know what to do if you have a few days of like, again, and this is just assuming your business runs off of, the sales process is book a call, close them on the phone type thing. But it could be in-person meeting. It could be whatever your business model is. But it's just a very basic way to keep your thumb on the pulse of the business, see how the heartbeat's going, right? And if you have a couple days of like no booked calls, well then, hey, there's your opportunity to dig a little bit deeper. So hopefully it helps some of you guys. I know in business it's like crazy. You can be doing 100,000 things and you're just like you're pulling your hair out. There's so many fires you're putting out or whatever the case is, and there's so many things to look at. I think maybe what could help you is creating a real basic spreadsheet with the 20% of things that really drive most of your business, 80-20, right? And just pay attention to that. And I think the rest will kind of sort itself out. And then, yes, over time, get other people to manage all of it for you, to look at the tracking sheets for you, to make decisions for you if you want to kind of grow your team. But anyway, hopefully that helps. If there's any way I can help, if you want me to send you the spreadsheet I got and you want to use it, go for it. Reach out. I'll send it over to you. But again, keep it simple. Track what matters, and what you track that matters, it should grow because your attention will be there. So anyway, see you in the next video.